What were you up to today? Fixing everything that... We found God's Bridge and it's really stunning. It looks so nice. Good morning. We left our campsite in Chefchaouen early this morning. Well, relatively early, around 9:30. And well, relatively early for us. We've been having lazy mornings. But the good news is that we're almost at Akchour and we're gonna go to the God's Bridge, and maybe, we don't know yet because we don't know exactly how long the trail is, to the big waterfall or the small waterfall. Well, at least to the small waterfall. So that's the plan for today. After that we're gonna, we decided yesterday that we're gonna drive towards Meknes. It's one of the imperial cities in Morocco. We skip fest because we've been there a very long time ago, maybe 15 years ago, but we decided not to go to Fes, but instead visit Meknes, and then yeah, we're not going to make that today, that's too ambitious, so we're going to camp somewhere along the way, probably just a random space, not a campsite or anything. We just arrived in Akchour at the public parking lot.
Slippery.
And yeah, it's paid parking, and from there you can walk to the bridge and the waterfalls. And it was really busy, but I sort of forgot it's a Sunday, so that might explain why it's so busy. Not sure. What do we do?
Climb out of the porch.
We came from down there near the water because I thought it would be fun to walk to the top of the God's Bridge instead of to the bottom of it. And someone warned us when we took this trail up, but stubborn. And at least on this trail there are no tourists.
Correct.
And we saw monkeys.
There's a reason for it.
Yeah, because it's hard. But we like to do hard things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we do.
We found God's Bridge and it's really stunning. Look how high. I don't think you can see it properly on the GoPro. I'm super proud of Jules because if I'm not sending him off very narrow 4x4 tracks off the side of a cliff, I'm sending him by foot down very narrow hiking trails, and he's really afraid of heights, so I'm so proud he does it. He still does it. This is the bridge. Wow, it's really deep down. You can see the chairs that they put there. Ooh.
Finished.
I forgot to say, but it was really delicious, right? Yeah. We went yesterday in Chefchaouen to a restaurant that everybody highly recommended, and we both were a bit underwhelmed, but we got over our fear of tagine again because this guy knows how to cook, I guess. It was really delicious. It was chicken with carrot, potato, onions, a very spicy pepper. Yeah, it was really good. I really enjoyed it, and we're sitting here. It's kind of nice. We made it petite cascade. Doesn't look so petite to me.
No, it's pretty okay.
I love how they make these river crossings. Wow, it feels like the jungle here. So we asked some other people, and from where we are it's still about 40 minutes more to get to the big waterfall, and apparently it's almost dry, there's almost no water. So I think we'll call it a day and we'll walk back and maybe dip into one of the pools on our way back. So for some reason, I don't know, they don't let us out. We're stuck inside the parking lot, which is a bit strange. When we drove up to Akchour the other time, we saw all the ovens and the ladies were baking bread there. And this morning we were too early, they were just heating up their oven, but there was no bread ready yet. But now, they were all selling their bread, and it's a pity you can't feel it, but or smell, but the bread is actually super warm. It looks so nice. Okay, Jules gonna taste it.
Nice.
Yeah? Mm-hmm. It smells really good. That is really tasty. Much better than, oh sorry. Much better than the other bread we bought the other day. It's all still warm, and obviously the way she cooked it, there's like the ashes on the bread a little bit. So she was cleaning the bread for me. Very, very tasty. It's like I bought 2 of these huge breads for less than €1. So cheers. This is our campsite at the end of the day. Pretty stunning, huh? I'm gonna enjoy my wine.
Why not?
You too, I guess. Good morning. It's almost 9:30 and we had a very quiet night here in the mountains. I don't know where, just off the road to Meknes. And this morning we had a lot of visitors going by on their donkeys, and yeah, they were actually all super friendly. So it was nice. We had a really quiet night. water. It's smelled nice and it tasted normal, the water. Since we filter it anyway, good enough to put in our tank. Just took the bus into Meknes, and it's a lot more relaxed than driving in with the car. And we're now gonna visit the Medina. We took one turn and all of a sudden there's like no noise from the city anymore, and you walk into this neighborhood where there's nothing. It's really pretty. Very nice. We're really enjoying the souk in Meknes because one, there's almost no tourists. B, is enormous. I've never been to a souk this big.
No.
It's huge, and yeah, there's so much stuff to see. It's really nice. It's really a cool souk. We walked through the Medina in Meknes for about 2 hours, and it was really a lot of fun, huh?
It was nice. Good to see all the different products. Really local market, not really a touristy market. And we went very deep into the souk, where they literally sold garbage.
Yeah, yeah. But it was really, I really
Can't make it any nicer.
I really enjoyed it actually. I didn't have high expectations, but it was really a lot of fun, and all these gates are really pretty and nice to see. So now we are looking for some lunch.
We found something, but Elske didn't dare to try it.
Yeah, I got a few times. I got really sick from food like that. So maybe I would like to try again.
It's probably the smart decision not to do it, because it was something like livers on one pile with chicken and mincemeat and raw, and that's gonna be grilled and put in a bread. It looked nice, smelled nice.
Yeah, it smells really nice. I really wanted to try it, but I don't know, after you get sick for a few times from those kind of things, it's a little bit less fun to try because you never know when you hit the lottery. So, but yeah, we're gonna look for lunch, and I think after that we're gonna make our way back to the camping to prepare the rest of our trip in Morocco. Because we really have to start planning a bit, because 3 more weeks, not that, it sounds like a long time, but it's not that much. What did we order, Jules?
Sandwich with sausage and everything else. I had no clue.
Me neither, but it looks really nice, and there are a lot of people eating here. How's your sandwich? It looks really good. After 2 days on the camping in near Meknes, we left, and we're on our way to Casablanca because the case of the GoPro broke, and we use it to attach it to our car to film our trip. So that was a bit unfortunate, and I thought it would be super easy to get a new case in Morocco, but apparently, I don't know, maybe I didn't search on the right words because I was searching in English, obviously. Yeah, I couldn't really find anything. And then on Instagram, I found a place where they sold all kinds of GoPro stuff. So we wanted to go to Marrakesh next, and we saw it's only, how many kilometers was it extra? Yeah, it was about 60 kilometers extra, 1 hour drive via Casablanca, and it saves us, you know, emailing a hotel and asking if we could send something to them, and it's pay on delivery. I don't know, it felt really complicated, so we were like, okay, let's just visit Casablanca. We're gonna pick up 2 cases just in case another one breaks, and it will be even more complicated to get one. So today will be a long day of driving. We will drive to Casablanca, and then we will drive into the direction of Marrakesh,